January 7, Israel announced it has successfully destroyed the fighting force of Hamas in northern Gaza and is shifting its focus to the central and southern parts of the territory. Almost 2 million Gazans, more than 50% of the population, have fled their homes since Israel began its military operation. Attacks on medical infrastructure and a lack of basic supplies have reduced the number of functioning hospitals to only 9, all of which are in the south, and the World Health Organization has warned of the disease spread in addition to mounting civilian casualties. The Israel-Palestine conflict has attracted both regional and global attention for a very long time. From Jakarta to San Francisco, hundreds of thousands of people have taken to the streets over the past 2 months to protest Israel's ongoing assault on Gaza. The ongoing conflict between Palestine and Israel has spurred nations to intensify their efforts in boycotting products associated with Israel, leading to substantial impacts on businesses, including shortened operating hours and reduced salaries for employees. One form of boycott is consumer boycott. The specific objective is to prevent states and others to contribute to Israel's economy, and Israel believes that boycotts against it are hostile.
The primary cause of the boycott can be attributed to Israel's military operation in Palestine, which have resulted in significant civilian casualties, including women and children, which has further exacerbated tension and fueled global outrage. These actions have been widely criticized by human rights organizations and international bodies for their disappropriate and indiscriminate nature. In response to this ongoing conflict and perceived human rights violation, boycotts serve as an alternative as a non-violent means to pressure Israel to adhere to international law and the occupation and address the grievances of the Palestinian people. The boycott seeks to hold Israel accountable for its action and catalyze change through international solidarity and economic pressure. The ongoing hostilities by Israel's military offensive and policies toward Palestinians have intensified international scrutiny and condemnation, leading to grassroots movements like the Boycott, Divestment and Sanction (BDS) campaign. The primary objective of this movement is to use economic and cultural pressure as tools to push Israel government to adhere to international law and alter its policy toward Palestinians. BDS activities focus on boycotting brands and companies that they believe are complicit in supporting Israel policies against Palestinians. Hence, the campaign has gained traction globally with widespread participation from individuals, organizations, and even some governments, reflecting a growing international sentiment against Israel action concerning Palestinian terrorists.
So, from the issues explained earlier, we might be wondering what are the effects of boycotting campaign on the economy. The Israeli stock market has been dropping since the October attack as a result of the global dispute and boycott movement. According to Malaysia Kini, a survey by the global policy think Rand Corporation calculated that BDS and other associated financial and trade penalties reduced Israel's GDP by roughly $15 billion over 10 years. This amounts to almost 3% of Israel's current yearly GDP, which exceeds $500 billion with a 3.4% loss in per capita GDP. Economist Associate Professor Dr. Nur Adli Rizwan Shah Muhammad Dali also emphasizes the boycott's ability to boost local product sales. He emphasizes that this shift in consumer behavior has the potential to increase the size and purchasing power of the local market, hence promoting the expansion of domestic businesses. In the context of international finance, the impact of increased demand for local products in Malaysia derived from boycotting might be multidimensional. On one hand, it may contribute to Malaysia's positive trade balances, since increased domestic demand for local goods may reduce reliance on imports. This has the potential to enhance Malaysia's currency. However, challenges may develop when rapidly rising demand might put a burden on local firms and supply chains, which lead to lowering productivity and even causing inflationary pressures. In fact, worldwide perceptions of Malaysia's economic stability may be affected, influencing foreign investment and trade relationships.
The second effect of the problem is that product boycotts can damage the reputations and market value of foreign products. A well-known example in this case is McDonald's products. Most people, especially in Malaysia, are calling for boycotts against McDonald's in protest of the Israel invasion of Gaza. There are tons of evidence showing that McDonald's Israel distributes free meals to Israel soldiers. Hence, McDonald's Corporation, one of the major burger chains, is facing significant financial losses as the company has expanded into over 100 countries, including Malaysia, through a franchising strategy. McDonald's CEO Chris Kempczynski explained that the company is suffering significant financial losses due to the international anti-Israel boycott movement because of the company's ties to the Zionist regime and its genocidal campaign in Gaza. As consumers actively engage in the boycott, there is a decline in demand for the company's product, resulting in decreased revenue. Gerang Alpha Restaurants Exhibit, the franchise holder of McDonald's in Malaysia, reported a revenue loss of approximately 6 million ringgit. This includes compensation for lack of employees and the expirations of materials. In this challenging scenario, the multinational corporation's value is adversely affected when its expected foreign cash inflows decrease.
As we all know, most of the companies that are affected by the boycott campaign are companies that own branches or franchises globally such as McDonald's, Starbucks and Zara. Most of the companies are Israel-based companies and are also from other countries including US, UK, Netherlands and France, which have linked to the illegal Israeli settlements. One store manager had been interviewed by New Straits Times. Speaking on the condition of anonymity, he expressed surprise at being affected by the boycott despite having no direct links to Israel. He said that the customers and sales have been declining since Deepavali, which usually during festive periods there will be a surge in sales, but the trend has changed. In the context of international finance, as the franchise company in Malaysia is facing a significant challenge due to the declining sales, this will lead to a reduction in cash inflow. As the franchise's cash inflow diminishes, it directly impacts the parent company's overall financial health. The reduced cash inflow to the parent company affects its ability to sustain export levels as the demand for their products experiences a parallel decline. Consequently, this downturn in export activity contributes to a rapid decline in the parent company's current account, creating a deficit. In essence, the initial sales decline at the franchise level has a cascading effect impacting both the franchise and its parent company's financial standing and international trade activities.
In conclusion, boycotts are a powerful tool for consumers to express their concern and influence corporate behavior. The success of a boycott depends on a various factors, including the legitimacy of the grievances, the level of public support, and the responsiveness of the targeted company. Companies that prioritize ethical practice and address consumer concern are better positioned to weather such challenges and maintain their standing in the marketplace.